Right now at 10, an American Airlines plane on fire at the Denver International Airport. What we know so far. And La Crosse Common Council approves a variety of agenda items. Plus, 3 teens arrested tied to a North Side shooting.
WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is off tonight. The La Crosse Common Council approved several items on their agenda this evening. They include approval of a liquor license for the Rookery, a new restaurant set to replace the Eagle's Nest, a state road construction project, and city funding for the Airport Minimum Guarantee Fund. Council also approved a resolution to rescind the declaration of surplus property of Old Fire Station 2. Western Technical College in La Crosse County hosted a reception and photo exhibition for the I Am Not Invisible campaign this evening. Students from Western's digital media production program and the I Am Not Visible project captured photos and stories from Wisconsin women veterans. One veteran mentioned what this event means to her.
I think the name of the event captures it, like the opportunity to not be invisible and be recognized for our service and our unique stories that come with that.
It was the exclusive unveiling of the women veterans photo shoot that occurred on February 12th and 13th. New developments in a North Side shooting, 3 arrests. Police picking up 19-year-old Jason Moron today. Video from this morning shows SWAT officers executing a search warrant. Also taken into custody today, a 13-year-old suspect. The arrests went down on the 1200 block of Logan Street and the 1500 block of Liberty Street. A 16-year-old suspect was arrested on Wednesday. The shooting happened last Sunday on Logan Street. One person was hurt but is okay.
We have another warm day in store for Friday, but record-setting too. But we also have a line of severe thunderstorms that will be coming through probably after 8 p.m. Best shot to see damaging winds before they weaken is probably south of I-90, but that'll stretch all the way up to Eau Claire eventually overnight. But we're monitoring that. Overall, it will be record-breaking temperatures, but even tonight, temperatures will struggle to get to 50 below in many of the areas. Coldest spots will be in the low to mid 40s. This is actually higher than our average temperature for a high right now. So get out and enjoy the lunar eclipse. Should be really nice conditions too. Otherwise, getting back up to the 70s to near 80. A few spots could hit that 80-degree mark. More clouds in the morning, less in the afternoon, and the wind will be a factor. That is a record-setting temperature for La Crosse if we hit above 75. Eau Claire could come close too. We'll see if that happens. Overall, as we go throughout the morning hour, you can see warm morning. More clouds, but the wind will start picking up towards late morning, getting all the way up to 67 by noon for La Crosse. A little bit cooler for Eau Claire, but still fairly warm. Slight shower or a sprinkle as this warm front lifts north through the morning, but otherwise getting up to 66. More sun as you go in the afternoon with that wind also beginning to pick up. So later on, we'll break down the storms that go on Friday, but we do have much more cooler conditions, especially Sunday going into this weekend. We'll break that down and give you a glimpse of what St. Patrick's Day looks like a bit later.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Greg. An interim healthcare facility in Chippewa Falls is one step closer to opening its doors. The Chippewa Valley Health Cooperative announcing today a purchase agreement for the vacant St. Joseph's Hospital building. The cooperative has 90 days to determine if opening the hospital is financially possible. If so, it could open as early as this winter. St. Joseph's Hospital in Chippewa Falls officially closed in March of last year. And an ambitious timeline announced for a new healthcare facility coming to Chippewa Falls. Aspirus health officials say they'll open their doors in less than 18 months by fall of 2026. Aspirus says they're stepping in to fill the gap left when St. Joseph Hospital closed. This afternoon, the Goodview Fire Department announced the passing of Fire Chief Jason Gruitt. They escorted Gruitt from Rochester to Hoff Funeral Home in Goodview at 3 p.m. Members of the public lined 6th Street to show support. Goodview Fire and Rescue said in a Facebook post that their thoughts and prayers are with Chief Gruitt's family. Local women are building homes in hope today at Habitat for Humanity's annual Women Build event. The 3-day construction blitz continues tomorrow and Saturday at sites in Stoddard and La Crosse's north side on Avon Street. No construction experience is needed to join the dozens of volunteers already working. Today's efforts include a special garage renovation project, transforming it into a usable space for a local family.
I did this one other year with my daughter, and we were getting ready for a mission trip, and so we kind of wanted to have an opportunity to work in the community and also to learn a little bit more about what it is to be involved in Habitat for Humanity.
And if you'd like to volunteer tomorrow or Saturday, visit habitatlacrosse.org. Before you plan an outdoor burning, officials urge you to check the fire danger first. The DNR says 170 wildfires have already burned over 450 acres this year. That's 4 times more than average. Dry weather and gusty winds expected today and tomorrow could make conditions worse. Burn permit suspensions are now in effect across several southern and central Wisconsin counties, and Fort McCoy is conducting planned burns on its south post. These carefully managed fires help prevent wildfires, create better homes for wildlife, and clear out unwanted plant species. Military officials say it's all part of keeping both the environment and training areas safe.
And every time that we are doing a prescribed burn, we go to a very organized and prescribed steps in order to make the decision if we can burn or not.
Fort McCoy will continue to carefully assess the most appropriate days to conduct prescribed burns. Fort McCoy officially changed command this morning in a historic ceremony. The military installation transitioned from Army Materiel Command to the 88th Readiness Division. Leaders held a special patching ceremony at 10 a.m., continuing a tradition that dates back more than 100 years. Major General Joseph Ricciardi led today's event as Fort McCoy's senior commander. The 88th Readiness Division now oversees Army Reserve operations across 19 states. Well, elementary and middle school students from across the area got a unique hands-on field trip experience to learn about the science of food production. The nonprofit organization GROW hosted the students in a greenhouse at Western Technical College. Students explored topics like nutrient level testing, photosynthesis, and sustainability.
And it's a huge part of our community. There are tons of community farms around. There are lots of people growing in their backyards through hydroponics. And the more we can get students to realize that that is something that can be a lifelong learning opportunity, as well as a career, it's always a positive for the community.
During their field trip season from January through the end of March, GROW will typically see 1,600 students come in and out of its facilities. Still to come, 2 plane incidents in one day. The unsettling details coming up. Plus, fears of a looming partial government shutdown and threats of steeper tariffs send markets stumbling. Those details and more after the break.
It's Truck Month at your local Northland Ford dealers. Time for exclusive offers on your favorite Ford trucks, including F-150 and Super Duty, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Ford F-Series. Get Truck Month ready with all-weather features that make life easier, like heated seating, a heated steering wheel, and remote start. Great deals on your favorite Ford trucks. That's how you get Truck Month ready. Now get over $12,000 in total savings on a new 2024 Ford F-150. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Bad back? Get Good Feet with the personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store. Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good Feet, good life. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Tax refund season is here, and Wesco on Sparta is making it more fun than ever. Dreaming of a brand new sectional or that comfy bed you've been eyeing? Now's the time to treat yourself. Save 20% all month long on furniture and bedding, just in time to make your home the talk of the group chat. Have fun with your tax refund and make your space shine with Wesco and Sparta. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Peyton sent you.
We all have a friend who loves the McDonald's hot, crispy Filet-O-Fish. My friend, you could be that friend.
Hurry in and get 2 Filet-O-Fish sandwiches for just $6.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm Judge Susan Crawford. Right now, there's a lot of false ads trying to tell you who I am. So I thought I'd tell you myself. As a former prosecutor and now as a judge, I've made sure rapists, murderers, and child predators were behind bars. I believe in protecting your family and your right to privacy, and that women have the right to make their own decisions about their health care. Because to me, that's just common sense. And that's why I'm running for Supreme Court.
An American Airlines plane on the ground near a concourse at Denver International Airport caught fire while it was on the tarmac this evening. The fire started after the plane diverted to the Colorado airport due to an engine issue, CBS News learned. A family member of a passenger said the plane departed from Colorado Springs and that its intended destination was Dallas. There are no reported injuries. Another deadly plane crash, this time in Mesquite, Texas. The plane went down in a wooded area around 7:40 this morning. The pilot crashed just seconds after takeoff from the airport and was killed. No one else was on board. Investigators still don't know what caused the crash. President Trump's growing trade war that is roiling U.S. stocks is moving beyond North America and China and now spilling into Europe. And there are new signs that a looming partial federal government shutdown may be headed off at the pass. CBS News correspondent Erica Brown is in Washington with the latest.
President Trump threatened to impose a 200% tariff on European wine, champagne, and spirits if the European Union moves ahead with a planned 50% tariff on American whiskey.
The European Union treats us very badly. As you know, we're going to be doing reciprocal tariffs. So whatever they charge us, we're charging them.
The retaliatory measures come as the Trump administration is expected to impose additional tariffs in April. As sweeping tariffs raise concerns about more economic uncertainty, here on Capitol Hill, lawmakers may be nearing a path to avert a partial government shutdown ahead of Friday's deadline. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer called the Republican spending bill a, quote, terrible option, but said the consequences of a government shutdown would be far worse.
I believe it is my job to make the best choice for the country, to minimize the harms to the American people. Therefore, I will vote to keep the government open and not shut it down. There is nobody in the world, nobody, who wants to shut the government down more than Donald Trump and more than Elon Musk. We should not give it to them. As President Trump and Elon Musk work to reduce the size of the government, a federal judge ruled Thursday that the administration unlawfully fired thousands of probationary employees across 6 federal agencies last month and ordered they be offered reinstatement. Erica Brown, CBS News, Washington.
The U.S. Postal Service sent a letter to Congress outlining plans to eliminate 10,000 jobs over the next 30 days via an early retirement program. Coming up, a sky spectacle tonight, how you can see this event in just a few hours.
And definitely got a warm and windy Friday with record temperatures possible. That's going to be followed by a stormy Friday evening that could involve some severe thunderstorms. We'll time out the storms and then show you what the rest of the weekend looks like. That coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on this Silverado. Or get $4,350 total value. Plus, current Chevy owners can get $4,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Hey, I went to the new place. They didn't have everything, but the bananas were on sale.
Wait, why didn't you go to Woodman's?
Hi, we're the Woodmans. I'm Clint. I'm Phil. Other stores promote a few items but charge more for everything else. At Woodmans, you save big time money on your whole grocery bill.
I even use the app to compare prices.
Oh my gosh, talk about receipt regret. Our work here is done.
Service and savings. It's Woodman's.
It's amazing all the work that goes into growing this little guy.
The research you've done over the past decades is critical to grow a good quality crop.
The UW-Madison has developed light casts to help farmers manage leaf blight before it takes root in potato fields.
I can't really overstate how important that is.
What's at stake isn't just the crop in the ground, it's the sustainability of your family farm.
This partnership really makes me proud to be a Wisconsin farmer.
One Wisconsin on Wisconsin.
This is Curtis O'Brien, a convicted felon. He sexually assaulted a 5-year-old Wisconsin girl multiple times. Judge Susan Crawford could have given him 60 years in prison, but she let him walk. 2 years in prison. That's it. While his victim lives with the scars forever. She even let the predator live across the street from an elementary school. That was Crawford's choice. Another dangerous decision from Susan Crawford, putting all our kids at risk. She's just wrong for Wisconsin.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Happening in just a few hours, the first total lunar eclipse visible across the U.S. in nearly 3 years arrives, featuring a special worm moon. During the event, the moon will glow a striking red color, earning its unusual nickname. Sky gazers will need to set their alarms. The spectacle will only be visible between 1:26 and 2:31 in the morning. Well, a lovely day we had today. Started warming up towards the end, and we're getting even warmer tomorrow, and some storms are possible in the evening. Let's send it over to Greg for the breakdown.
Yeah, we're actually looking at some clouds tonight for the lunar eclipse, but I think it's just be high and some very high mid-level clouds. Overall, I don't think we'll see a ceiling or an overcast condition, so we should be able to see something. The good news is temperatures are going to be fairly mild, very mild actually for this time of year. So yeah, we got stormy conditions coming back in for Friday. It's going to be a round of storms coming through. We also have a little bit of an elevated fire risk tomorrow afternoon when the winds pick up, the temperatures climb up, and that relative humidity, that moisture, is going to drop pretty significantly in the afternoon for a brief time. So that definitely is a problem, given that still we have dead dormant fuels out there that aren't greened up. So this is our fire season. Definitely could be something to keep an eye on for tomorrow. Now, travel, we kind of break all the weekend down from Friday all the way through about Saturday. The windy conditions, 70s, probably even 80s, will drop maybe back down to 60s by the evening. The severe risk is a very limited time, maybe about 2 to 3 hours, basically from about 8 to 11 p.m. really. We'll still have some rain. We might even have a break in the late night, and then by late Friday night or early Saturday morning, another round of basically rain or showers. Maybe even rumble of thunder comes through the area. Then we kind of tail off those showers towards Saturday afternoon. A lot of Saturday afternoon may be dry, but the thing will be with the wind. We'll have the windy conditions here starting off tomorrow, as I mentioned, with the fire. They'll drop off overnight and then pick back up as that low moves to the north. That west wind begins to pick up, and that's where we'll have the windy conditions. Not much precipitation in the afternoon. That mixed rain or snow, potentially. I think you're going to have to go north of Eau Claire to see some of that Saturday night, but not expecting a significant accumulation with that at all. And temperatures will fall. Basically, our high Friday will probably be in the morning. By the afternoon, we'll probably be in the mid-40s, even approaching the 30s towards late Saturday evening. It's not going to be very pleasant Saturday evening for any activities you have going on. And then going into Sunday, it's even colder too. So enjoy tomorrow, because it's going to be a while probably until we see these type of temperatures. There's a severe risk, really a huge risk towards the south, where they typically we'll see it this time of year. It does stretch further north, but it gets a little bit more uncertain just because we're going to have a lot of dry air ahead of that due to the fire issues too going on, and that may inhibit some of these thunderstorms from staying. Intensity definitely will probably drop off quickly, but it is the damaging winds, because we're all going to have winds that are going to be going on about 20 to 25 potentially in the afternoon with higher gusts. That means that once they start moving, the wind threat's going to be the main thing, although we might see something else going on. Otherwise, you kind of time out the precipitation there as we go throughout. You'll see really won't be until we get to about 7 or 8. You'll see that line begin to approach the area, kind of in an arc formation. By the time we get closer to 9 or 10, you can see that line begin to approach La Crosse. It will begin to weaken probably once it pushes east and then quickly pushes to the north. So Eau Claire, probably not going to see much of a severe threat, but we'll see a brief period of showers and thunderstorms. The threat really remains south of I-94 with a higher threat as you go further south of I-90. Once we get past that, there's your shower activity for the morning hour as it wraps around this huge low. Afternoon, winds pick up, and there's your snow. It stays to the west and kind of to the north, but can't rule out maybe a flurry or two going into Saturday night. And then Sunday, that's going to be a story. There's your temperatures for Sunday. Definitely colder like than we've had recently, too. Back in the 40s, even 30s up to the north. The good news is we go to St. Patrick's Day. We kind of flip the switch, 60. We go all the way up to 68, and then all eyes are going to be turning to another storm Wednesday that has potential to see maybe some significant snow accumulation in some areas, because that's going to be a colder storm. So that's kind of the March type weather. We have warm record temperatures, we have severe weather potential, and then we go back to snow too. So
say it ain't snow, Greg.
So it's March.
I don't like it.
So definitely stay weather aware tomorrow evening, especially if you're traveling on the roads or anything. And then stay tuned. We'll keep you updated on the timing of that.
Okay, thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, who's headed to the sectional final? Some fantastic finishes involving area boys hoops teams. Highlights and scores from a busy night of semifinal action. Jacob is next.
This is you, one place to the next. One more thing to check off the list. But stopping for 30 minutes? Well, that's just not an option. So that's why there's this, the News 8000 app. All your local news, plus a little bit beyond. So take a break when you want to.
Protect your home with Tundra Seamless Gutters and Gutter Helmet from Asher Lastin Exteriors. Use promo code 20 and receive up to 20% off your entire project. Plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months. Request a free, no obligation consultation at goasher.com.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. That's over $5,600 in average finance savings. We are professional grade.
Lane's Farm and Fleet's spring jeans sale is going on now, and we have a great selection of quality name brand denim at unbeatable prices. Right now, get a free $20 Blaine's gift card with every $100 purchase of men's or women's Ariat jeans. In our service center, select tires are buy 3, get 1 free for rewards members. And get our best tire price promise. Find a lower price and we'll match it. We've got the value you need to do things your way. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
Here at Carl's, you'll find the top name brand appliances.
During our Slam Dunk Savings event, save up to $2,000 instantly on major appliances. Plus, get up to $3,000 in vendor rebates. Purchase an LG 4-piece kitchen package and get this LG 55-inch TV free.
The hot buys are right here, right now at Carl's.
Save on Serta mattresses.
All TVs are on sale.
The spring grill shipments have arrived.
Carl's, your servicing dealer since 1956.
Protect your home with Tundra Seamless Gutters and Gutter Helmet from Asher Lastin Exteriors. Use promo code 20 and receive up to 20% off your entire project. Plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months. Request a free, no obligation consultation at goasher.com.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lansendorf.
What a night of boys high school hoops. Gyms packed, atmospheres through the roof, and some area teams are just now one win away from state. Let's show you who. We begin in Division II. West Salem and Onalaska, the rematch. And the Hilltoppers came out firing. Brendan Chenault with the attack to the rack, bucket plus the foul. Anna was up 21 with under 5 minutes left in the half, but the Panthers would make a mini run before the intermission. Kyle Haley knocking one down from the parking lot on up 9 at the break. Must have been a good halftime speech from Coach Wagner because his guys on a mission. Nathan Carr with the good old-fashioned three-point play. Not much later, Carr to Nathan Dillaber in the corner. Bottoms. West Salem up 5 with under a minute 30 to play, but the Toppers are going to fight back. It's Cole to Cole connection here. Ian to Tyler on the bucket. Anna down 2. Toppers would get it back off an offensive rebound. It's Ian with the bucket to tie things up and send it to overtime. But in the extra frame, it's Haley. He'll lose it. He'll gather it, he'll go up and count it, plus the foul. Game of the season, folks. Wish I could have more highlights in this one. Panthers come back, and they complete the comeback on a 1 win from Madison. Mr. Haley, how are we feeling?
We just had to trust the process. We had to keep fighting. We were down by 20 points in the first half. We had a slow start. We know we could come back and win this game. We're built for moments like these. We're the West Salem basketball. We do this.
He's built for moments like these. Best player in the state.
All right, over to Central High. Luther and Aquinas facing off. First half action in this one. Jackson Kendall get things started with the pull-up jumper that would drop to draw first blood. Then Calvin Barr of Aquinas spin move of his own before passing out to Logan Becker as his response does not go unheard. And check this out, Braden Young's three-point try blocked, but Trey Barr right there, and Young finishes what he started, not in the game up at 7. Pick it up second half now. Barr came out on fire, knocking down 2 big threes. Why not? He is fired up as well, and Aquinas would keep the momentum going as they come out on top 67-49.
Yeah, I think before the game, one of my teammates just told me let the ball fly. Kind of stuck with me, and yeah, we got a good ball moving around on the offense, and we're able to come out on top.
All right, down in Division 5, unbeaten Royal up against North Crawford. Panthers had it going early inside to Landon Lipke, goes off glass, easy deuce. Then Carter Uppina lets it fly from deep, buries it. Royal out in front. Trojans not going anywhere. Andrew Munson, step back 3. Yeah, he called bank. Then it's Cullen Jacobus. He'll drive, spin, get the fadeaway to fall. Royal up 3 at the break. But in the second half, Uppina would start to take over. Drives, spins off balance. Doesn't matter, though. Then he's going to split the defense and feed it down to Lipke. And that is a jam right there, folks. Trojans keep it close, but the Panthers are moving on. 51-48, the final.
It means everything. I mean, obviously, we're going to go out there and give it all we got, do whatever we can to win the game, because honestly, that's going to be really special to do with my family, with my teammates. And it's just amazing.
All right, last one in Wisconsin. 8th-ranked Cochrane Fountain City facing defending state champs Columbus Catholic. Pick this one up second half. Don's Benjamin Wieland from the wing. Swish. Columbus Catholic up by 7. CFC's Aiden Lisowski will kick it out to Cameron Lipinski off the rebound. The senior, good for 3. Red and black now down only 1. Later, CFC's Tucker Bambanek battling down low. He will connect for 2. Pirates go up 2, and the Pirates would have too much in them. Lipinski driving the lane, the hoop, plus a trip to the line, plus a trip to the sectional final. CFC moving on. Here's Lipinski after the game.
I feel great. Got a lot of confidence coming in this next game for sure. Knock off a big team like that, it's a lot. We're loving to fight. We're always looking to push, always staying mentally focused, keep the intensity up, and we're good to go.
All right, congrats to all those teams. And in Minnesota, a close one for Rushford Peterson, but their fantastic season coming to a close at the hands of Goodhue. Meanwhile, the Caledonia boys are moving on to the state tournament. They're state-bound with a 21-point win over Lake City. Mason King with 18, Garrett Coons with 13 to lead the Warriors. That's sports. We're back after this.
College, tuition, bills. Someday I'll get that new truck.
This is just where we're at right now. Someday you'll get that big truck.
We've waited 40 years for this Denali, and it's beautiful. Is the big truck next?
Some kids just never grow up.
Around here, neighbors come together to make each other better. We're taking the same approach with healthcare. Gunderson Health System and Bellin Health have come together to form Amplify Health, giving you more of what's important in healthcare. More caring, more listening, more to feel good about on your way to feeling better. Overall, just a little more heart. Amplify Health by Gunderson. A little empathy changes everything.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
The biggest thing I want to get across to people, whether it's via email or voicemail or text, is we are a local Wisconsin, family-owned, turnkey solar company.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy. How can you lose?
Searching for gold at the end of the rainbow? Well, you can find it here at the King Furniture St. Patrick's Day sale. Get Shamrock with savings up to 60% off, plus 0% free financing, recliners, sofas, sectionals, and more. It's all here and it's all in stock and ready to be delivered. Plus, shop special savings in our incredible Lazy Boy Showcase. Let the shenanigans begin at the King Furniture St. Patrick's Day sale. Don't miss it.
I'm Judge Susan Crawford. Right now, there's a lot of false ads trying to tell you who I am. So I thought I'd tell you myself. As a former prosecutor and now as a judge, I've made sure rapists, murderers, and child predators were behind bars. I believe in protecting your family and your right to privacy, and that women have the right to make their own decisions about their health care. Because to me, that's just common sense. And that's why I'm running for Supreme Court.
A furry friend decided to brush up on his reading skills at La Crosse Public Library this week. This missing pup strolled right through the doors and librarians even put him to work. He even sported his own staff shirt while helping check out books. Library staff say he charmed everyone in the building.
You know, we have motion detecting doors, and so he seemed to think that that was a great idea, or he knew the library was here to help. One of those.
What a treat they got today or this week. The puppy was reunited with his owners who were very relieved. A perfect fairy tale ending. Yeah, you can't let this little one get away. This one is a cutie. I'm so happy he brought so much joy to the library this week. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after the break.
Ford family of SUVs, proud sponsor of winter. Now, get up to $4,000 in total cash on a 2024 Ford Escape. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
There's never been a better time to enjoy quality FlexSteel furniture than right now during the FlexSteel Factory Authorized Sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. You'll save on sofas made in the latest styles, chairs in your choice of fabrics, sectionals designed to fit your space, even luxurious leather sofas and recliners. Every FlexSteel style is included a huge savings of up to 40% off. Unlimited choices, big sale prices, and special financing happening now during the FlexSteel Factory Authorized Sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Welcome to the most honest commercial you've ever seen. Not the cleanest, just the most honest.
Today, we're fixing a home's foundation.
I mean, that is like the most common thing to see in the world.
Pretty common, yeah.
Right.
So it's the soil that's eroding away, causing those cavities, those voids that the foundation then wants to settle into.
And then you guys with your superhero capes show up and fix everything.
Yes, sir.
Get a free and honest inspection with Innovative Basement Authority, a groundworks company.
When my sister was murdered 15 years ago, Brad Schimmel kept his promise to us. He told us he was going to get us justice, and he did. When I see these commercials attacking him, I have a lot to say about that, because Brad would kneel next to my mom and hold her hands. And you're going to tell me that's a person that doesn't care about victims? I'm sorry, that is not true. Brad puts victims first, and that's the type of person that should be in the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
For 49 years, they've brought you the best street machines, motorcycles, street rods, race cars, trucks, antiques, and classics in the Midwest. God's Country Racing Association's annual Custom Auto Show is coming to the South Hall of the La Crosse Center March 14th through 16th. Day passes and weekend passes are available at the door. God's Country Racing Association's 49th annual Custom Auto Show is sponsored in part by Curtis Printing Company, Premier Powder Coating, Big Boar Barbecue, Auto Value, and Holman Custom and Collision.
All right, so warm pie day tomorrow and 3.14. We could get up to 80 for some areas. It will be windy. The severe weather threat comes in the evening hour. We're looking at about 8 to 11. Could be damaging wind if you're out and about. Definitely stay weather aware for wind damage. Otherwise, colder this weekend, but St. Patrick's Day for the most part looks okay.
Looks good.
Maybe getting back up to close to 70 by next Tuesday. Yeah. So very typical March weather we got going on right now.
That's what you've been saying.
Yep.
All right,
March.
thank you, Greg. All right, thank you so much for joining us tonight at 10. We'll see you tomorrow.